city lights and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home.
Hello guys, and this is Longhorn Gamer speaking. Today I actually managed to purchase a neighboring farm down the road. It's not a very big farm in any means, just a house, a grain bin, and a few sheds. They probably only ran just grain. But anyways, we're gonna go down there, check it out, and see what equipment there is there. See you there. Alright guys, here we are pulling up on the property. So, as you can see, very basic farm. Now, I do have the keys to, I think, these two buildings and this building, but then apparently no one has lived in that house for a while and they lost the keys to it. So we'll have to get a locksmith out here and get that house open. But anyways, that's kind of besides the point. So we're gonna check out what we've got in these sheds. So I've heard that they left some pretty decent stuff here. So seems, guess we can just open that door there since we've got the key. We've got a Farmall Super A. No clue what I'm gonna use this for, but I'm sure we'll find some sort of use for it. And a 330 with some sort of little disc there with some big mean duals on it. And we got some tri-ribs on the front. So we'll probably go ahead and get these loaded up on the trailer. I do believe we can just open these doors up. Yep. And let's see here. We'll hop on the Farmall A. Keys are in everything here, I think. I hope at least. So, we'll just take this right up onto the trailer. Alright, it's a tight squeeze, but I managed to get the Farmall A up on the corner of this trailer. And then I kind of just took the 330 and pulled it up beside. So, that works, I guess. So we'll go ahead and get this all strapped down. And then I guess we'll go over here to this shed and see what we've got in here. So this door actually has no lock on it. But anyway, in here we've got some sort of grain truck, no branding on the front, so someone must have ripped the badge off. Looks pretty decent. We could probably use this a little bit right now. I've got a farmhand out working, cutting some corn. And back here it looks like we've got some sort of Wilmar spreader, which is actually kind of nice because I would rather have something a little bit more name brand than that lizard lime spreader we have. So this should actually work pretty good. It looks to be in really good condition. Coming over to this is not in very good condition. An 8650, the duals are still covered in mud, and this slurry tanker is still pretty dirty and looks kind of rusty in some places. But this is something that will come in handy now that we have our cows. But I hope this tractor actually will start because I have no clue how long this has been sitting around. Supposedly the guy bought this tractor for like dirt cheap at an auction. He didn't even know what to do with it, but it was just a good deal, so he bought it. He probably had hopes of flipping it, but he passed and never got the chance to. So we'll climb up here. Let's see if it'll start. Well, it starts right up there. Something tells me we shouldn't leave this running too long because there might be engine trouble, but I don't know. I guess let's see about this grain truck, see if it'll fire up. Oh, almost. Oh, there we go. Looks like we've got an oil light in the dash, so we should probably get that oil changed. And as for this Wilmar spreader, I'll probably bring the 3020 down here and just take it home. But anyways, I'm gonna drive this grain truck home. I'll shut off this 8650 first. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna drive this grain truck home and... Alright guys, here we are back at the farm. This grain truck actually runs pretty smooth. So I think I'm actually gonna take this over and put it on our gravity wagons. I kind of hate driving through this yard, but I don't really know of any other great way to get to this field. Alright guys, I'm not exactly sure how road legal this is, but we're only going a couple miles up the road. So I just brought the 1206 back here, put it up on the trailer, put the Wilmar on the back, and I'm hoping it'll tow like that. So I'm gonna see you guys once I get everything back to the farm. I did go ahead and look, and this shed is completely empty. So anyways, I'm gonna drive this 8650 back and get it parked, and then I'll walk back, I guess, and get that truck. But anyways, I'll see you when everything's back. Alright guys, I just actually went out and unloaded the guy that we had harvesting. So I'm gonna dump everything into these bins, and then over the winter we can pull stuff out and feed the hogs. And anyways, I'm going to go ahead and do a little mowing. I actually did some this morning, and then I went down to check out that property. That 8650 did make it home. I'm not sure if we're gonna have to do any work to it or not, but for now I guess it at least runs and drives. I parked it over here behind the cattle sheds. Anyways, now that this is unloaded, I'm gonna go ahead and park these, and then I'll go up and do that mowing, and I'm gonna time lapse it, so cut to the time lapse, folks.
Man, I always had stories about the city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. Cause up here it's breakneck paycheck.
Alright guys, here we are on our way back to the farm. I was looking in the shop, and I'm actually considering buying a brush hog to mow along these roadsides here, but I don't know. We have that new 330, I could buy a deck for it and just do that with it. Go along the roadsides and clean it up, make it look nicer, but that would take longer, but it's doable. So anyways, I'm gonna back this into the shed here, and there's not really much more that we can do today, so I'm gonna wrap up the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and this is Longhorn Gamer out.